Hi, hello, welcome to Devon Monk's Works and Worlds. It is so good to see you here. Happy New Year! Oh boy, I hope that we have a good 2024. 2023 was pretty good here around Monkland. We had a lot of wonderful things happen in the year. We had a couple challenging things crop up too, but we got through it all. So all in all, 2023, I think I would give it a thumbs up, more positive than negative. 2024, I think you can do better. I think 2024 can be even better for all of us, and that is what I am hoping for you. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you spending a little time with me. I'm going to do what I pretty much do every week. I'm going to talk about writing, knitting, and how things are going in Monkland. Okay, how's writing going? Writing's going good. I have dug back into Wayward Devils and started in on that. I am hoping to get quite a good chunk of that done this week. I have some plans for getting in some extra writing time. One of the things that I love about a new year is I always have these ideas that I'm going to do, 10 times as much as I did last year. And, yeah, no, never. but I like to make kind of practical plans that I'm pretty sure I can hit. And then I like to kind of do pie in the sky plans that I can reach for. And I know that the chances of me actually hitting those pie in the sky things are pretty low, but sometimes I do hit them. Sometimes I hit part of them. And I think if I didn't kind of plan with the idea of, ooh, this would be awesome if I could get all this done, I would do less. So I like to I have the super hopeful, positive, it's going to work out. I can do anything me. And then I have yeah, let's be realistic about how many hours are in a day and it's only 24. So both of me get to plan, and yeah, my year usually falls somewhere between the two goals. And I got a new planner this year. I get one every year. It stays next to my desk, and that's where I do both my forecasting out and planning of projects, writing projects, and other projects. And also, it's where I keep my day-to-day to-do list, and often my to-done list, because one of the things that I've found is I will do stuff all day long, and then at the end of the day, I will feel like I did nothing, that I got nothing done. But if I write down the things that I get done in my little daily planner, and it has a week spread, so I have the whole week to look at what I have done, filling up the little columns, it makes me feel like I'm making progress in the things that I most want and love to do in my life. So I've got a new planner. I am ready to map out some extra plans. I will be doing that today. I will also be watching hockey today because we're going to have some good hockey on TV, so I'm totally watching that. Go Krakens. But as far as writing, yeah, I've got a little more planning I want to do. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to be working on this year. And I'm not sure quite how the book releases are going to work this year. That's part of what I need to work through. But I do know what I will be writing this year. And and there are projects that I can't quite share yet. I guess that's the thing that I have to say. They're new things, they're different things, and I will share them as I get closer to knowing exactly what they're going to come out as. And that sounds very vague, and welcome to the Devon Monk mind of writing, right? Sometimes you just kind of build your wings as you step off the cliff, and that's what this year is going to be for me. I'm going to be building some new things. I am definitely taking a leap off of a cliff in a new direction, and we'll see how it goes. I hope you'll stick around and be on for the adventure with me. Okay, so and besides that, let me just get back to practical. Also, I'm writing Wayward Devils. That is book 4 in the Souls of the Road book, and that is definitely coming out this year, so don't worry about that. We're gonna continue with Lula and Brogan's story. And I was already writing a scene where a certain trickster from Ordinary Crow shows up and is already given them hassle and things, and making their life more difficult, which is funny, and and I'm enjoying it. So things are going good with the book. Okay, so writing is going well, thank you. How is knitting going? Good. Oh, the little gift that I knit for a family member was well appreciated, so that was terrific. And I am now working on a tiny hat for the grandbaby, I request. from the parents. And then I am also going to work on another little gift that was a request from somebody for a family member. So I'm going to get that all knitted up in January. And of course, I'm going to knit something for the newsletter. We're doing it another year, people. I want to say this is year 4 of me doing a monthly, almost every month knit to be given away in the newsletter. Yeah, I think I started that like 4 years ago. I'm trying to think of how many sets of knits I've done. You can find all my knits on my webpage. I'll put a link down below. It's, let's see, where is it? I think it's like under events or knit projects and events or something. But anyways, there's a tab for it on my webpage, and you can go see at the bottom of it is a scroll of all the knits that I've done for the last several years. And that's kind of fun to look at. So if you want to see the accumulated menagerie of monk knits, that's where they're at. Okay, so knitting's going well. Thank you. Are things in Monkland? Well, we are at the new year. Here we are. I'm in a very planny mood. I want to plan stuff. I want to look forward into the year and hope for some great things and experiences. And I also know that there's choring to be done. You got to do a certain amount of things just to keep life rolling, right? And so I've got, again, there's 2 parts of me. There's one part of me that just wants to go do all the experiences and fun stuff. And the other part of me is like, yeah, but there's a couple of things that, loose ends that have to be tied down, or details that must be managed, or just, you got to mow the yard every once in a while. You know what I mean? Dishes have to be done. So I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between those 2 parts of my brain, wanting to plan in all the fun stuff, wanting to plan in all my writing work stuff, wanting to plan in all my regular hanging around the house work stuff and garden work stuff. And, I've got an idea that I want to switch up the beds in my yard so that they are more simple and so that they are easier to take care of, so I get more time. See where I'm heading here? I want to simplify things so I have more time. And I was looking at my coffee cup cupboard the other day, and I'm like, why am I stacking coffee cups 2 cups high in my cupboard? We never use that many coffee cups. Never, not even if we have a dishwasher full of coffee cups, have we ever run out of coffee cups in the cupboard. And I've got 2 shelves. That one is like half of a shelf has them, and the top there's a spot for coffee cups too. And I think it's like time to get rid of some coffee cups so that coffee cups are simpler in my house, so that I don't have to spend the extra minute stacking. Like, I know that sounds tiny, but these tiny little things make just going through your everyday living so much easier. And yes, I've been listening to some of the YouTubers online who talk about having a peaceful place in your house. And one way to create more peace in your house is to have less things to have to manage. So it's all about when you get into, walk into your house, or when you sit down in your living room or whatever, is there a pile of clothes that need to be folded? Well, if you had just the right amount of clothes to put away in your drawers in your closet, you wouldn't feel like, oh, I'm going to fold these clothes and then I've got to shove them into my drawers or try to stuff them in my closet and they're all going to fall on the floor or whatever, right? If you have just the right amount that fit in what you have, you're like, yeah, I'll just slap them into my closet or slap them into my dresser and it won't be difficult. So I'm still aiming toward that declutter feeling. Not too, like a month ago or so, we decluttered a bunch of our winter coats and got them donated to people who could really use some winter coats. And that felt great. And now that closet that was full of winter coats is no longer full of winter coats. Does it have other stuff that is an absolute jumble and I fall down every time I open it? Yes, of course it does. But I made one step in the right direction. And I've got paperwork that needs to be sorted. And I've got books, books that need to be sorted and given away and donated. And I'm getting there though, like little bit at a time. I was looking at my, not my silverware drawer. We have just the right amount of silverware. I'm not worried about that. But I was looking at my kitchen utensil drawer and I'm like, I need to get rid of a couple of these. And I've done it already once, a couple of these like ladles and stuff, because they're taking up room and we don't need We don't need like 4 ladles. We really only need one, and honestly, I'll keep 2. So I'm just kind of doing that sort of thing to create so that when I open my drawer, it doesn't get stuck and it's easy to put things away and it's quicker and I get a little time back. So that's something that I'm looking forward to this year, is continuing on my declutter journey. I encourage you to do it too. This year I decluttered my craft supply. A lot of my half-finished projects, like pretty much all of my half-finished projects, I threw away because I had enjoyed the time with the craft. I had spent, I learned the craft, or I got halfway through a knitting project and found out I didn't want to really finish that knitting project. Maybe I didn't even know where the pattern was anymore. Same with cross stitch and things like that. It was time just to let that go. Just say, yes, I enjoyed it. I don't have to hold on to it and feel guilty that I'm not getting back to it. And so I'm trying to apply that to other things too, to, paperwork, to books. Like, oh yes, I like that book. I know it's a good book, but I've read it and I'm not going to read it again. And if I do, I can get it from the library, or, I prefer right now reading in ebook more than in paper copy. It just works better for me at the moment and has for several years. I'm so surprised that I turned into an e-reader, but I use an actual e-reader. I started off with one of the Kobo e-readers, like Kobo Glow or something like that. It was one of the old, when they first came out with e-readers, but it's basically that e-ink style. So it's not bright and it doesn't burn my eyes like a computer screen. It's very relaxing and I really enjoy it, lightweight. And I've used a Kindle Paperwhite for a while too, and and that one's really old. Hopefully it hangs in there a little longer, but I will put my books on that, and that creates more space in my house that it isn't there to be filled up with more stuff. Like the stuff isn't the thing that makes my house enjoyable. Do I have some things that I absolutely love? Yes. Have I gotten some new things for the holidays that I absolutely love? Yes. But it's okay to let go of things that aren't the me I am anymore. And I just keep watching these YouTube videos about letting go of what is standing there and making you feel guilty. Like, there's just no need to hold on to that stuff, right? Like somebody was saying, like that broken vacuum cleaner that, it's been sitting in the corner for 6 months and you're going to get around to fixing it. Well, maybe just don't. Maybe just get rid of the broken vacuum cleaner and then you don't have to feel guilty that you haven't gotten around to fixing it again. And I have I have like Christmas ornaments that have broken and I'm like, I'm going to glue that back together. Except like one of them was from it's like 30 years old or 20 years old or something, and still broken and still in a little box that I am sure I'm going to glue it one of these years. And you know what? I'm not. But I need to just let go of that kind of stuff. So working on that in the new year too. For some peace and for creating simplicity and creating a little more time in my schedule to do the things that I love to do and be with the people I love to be. Gives me a little more time to be with the people I love to be with. And I'm hoping for you, whatever things that make you feel peaceful and that you have, that you can take a nice deep breath and be like, yeah, things are going good. I feel really comfortable where I'm at. I'm hoping 2024 is that for you, and that it's filled with lots of whatever it is that you want. Like I would say lots of travel and fun things, but some people just are like, I need a year off. I need to just kick back and be in a cozy blanket all year and drink hot cocoa. And if that's the mood that you're in for this year, I wish that for you. And I hope that we come out of 2024 happy, yeah, I'm all for happy. Let's have some happy. So yes, so to you, happy new year, happy 2024, and I hope I will see you here again soon. Bye for now.